So my friend just lost her job and she was desperate for money, so she came to me for help. And I told her, well, when I was unemployed, I went to the richer neighborhoods around town and I looked for odd jobs. Like I went to people's houses and asked them did they need help washing dishes or raking the yard or washing their car. And of course they would pay me for it. But anyways, I suggested that she do that, but my friend is not the smartest. She told me the first house she went to, a man answered the door and he did have a job for her. He wanted her to paint his porch. And she obviously took the job. She told him that she'll do it for $100. And that's when he told her that the paint and stuff was in the garage and he just went back into the house to his wife. But little did my friend know, the wife was listening, and she was very surprised that my friend only charged $100 to paint the whole porch. So the wife was talking to her husband, and she was like, $100? Does she know that this porch go all the way around the house? And it's a pretty big house. And the husband was like, well, she must know because she was standing right on it. Well, anyways, an hour passed and then my friend knocked on the door and told the man that she was done painting. And the man was surprised. He was like, you painted the whole porch? My friend told him that she even had enough left to put on 2 coats of paint. So that's when the man reaches into his wallet to pay her. Then she says, by the way, that's not a Porsche, that's a Ferrari. Today I went to the store to buy cat food. I picked up 3 cans of cat food and then I waited in line to pay for my stuff. When I finally got to the cashier, she told me that she couldn't sell me the cat food without proof that I actually have a cat. Apparently, too many people were coming in to buy cat food and then eating it for themselves. The cashier said, I'm sorry, but management just made this a policy a couple of days ago. From now on, they want proof that the customers are actually buying cat food for their cats. So I politely put the cat food back and then I went home to get my cat. When I brought my cat back to the store, the cashier had no problem with selling me the cat food. The next day I came in and I tried to buy 2 cans of dog food. And again, I was told that I couldn't buy them because they needed proof that I had a dog. So I politely put the dog food back and then I went home to get my dog. When the cashier seen I had a dog, she had no problem with selling me the dog food. A couple of days later, I went to the store and this time I brought a small box with me. The box had a small hole in it. I handed the box to the cashier and then I told her to stick her finger inside the hole. At first she didn't want to do it because she thought I had a snake in there. I promised her that there was no snake inside the box. So the cashier proceeded to put her finger inside the hole. She said it feels warm and soft. What is it? After she took her finger out the box, she noticed that there was a brown stain on her finger. She looked at me and she said, this looks like poop. I said it is. I want to buy 2 rolls of toilet paper, please. A couple years ago, me and my husband was having some marriage problems and we were thinking about divorce. So we decided to go get some advice from our pastor. Our pastor tried to encourage us to stay together as a couple, but me and my husband decided that having a divorce was best for us. The pastor looked very upset. He told us if we were going to get a divorce, we was going to have to face consequences. I was kind of confused, so I asked him what type of consequences. He stared at me and my husband for a minute. Then he said, remember this, you two must divide your properties equally. I had got this angry look on my face. I said, you mean the $6,000 that I have saved up? It's my money and I have to give my husband half? The pastor said, I'm so sorry, but yes, you get 3,000 and your husband gets 3,000. I said, well, what about my furniture? I paid for that. The pastor said, unfortunately, it's the same thing, so you have to split it equally. This made me so upset, but I asked him about the 5 children me and my husband have together. The pastor looked like he didn't know how to answer my question, but then he came up with a solution. He told us to go back and live together until our 6th child is born. Then I have to take 3 children and my husband has to take 3 children. I just started shaking my head. I said, oh no, that wouldn't work. The pastor asked me why wouldn't it work? I said, look, if I depended on him, then I wouldn't have the 5 children that I got now.